It's super pretty, but it looks really pretty over all foundations. I use it over. What's up? So I have decided to recreate a look that I don't know if you can really call it a look. It was a makeup situation that I did when I was in high school. And so I've come a long way. Actually, in the past, like I'd say year or so, my makeup skills have really increased. Yes. I've learned more and better, a lot better, because you had to see it was not a cute situation. Okay, well, it's not that bad, but it's not that good. So I will insert a picture. I know, it's pretty bad. Brows? I don't know her. I'm gonna recreate that look. We're gonna turn it into a look. So it's actually gonna be kind of cute. Well, we hope. I think I'm gonna kind of put my own new twist on it, and I'm gonna make it better. Because it really is a cool color combination, and I think, you know, I was learning what looked good together, and I was figuring out colors and how they worked on my eye shape. I didn't necessarily know exactly what was gonna work, because you can tell. But let's just dive right in, shall we? I always do my eyes first, and I prime them with a concealer. So a concealer I've been using recently is this Instant Age Rewind from Maybelline. I really like it. And I just kind of prime my eyelids with it. And that's the look. Thanks guys for watching. Great. I don't actually set my base on my eyes or anything. I just kind of go in with color. I'm using the BH Cosmetics Take Me Back to Brazil palette. Recently I've been using this for like literally every single eye look, and if it's not like a super crazy colorful eye look, I'm using like one of the shades to like use in my transition or something. I am going to go ahead and do my transition. We're going to take this like lavendery sort of situation, and that's going to be the shade that we're starting out with. I'm using this little Anastasia brush that came, this Anastasia brush that came with one of my palettes. I'm taking this into the crease. So you always want to start off an eye look, especially if it's a really colorful one, with a nice transition, because that's going to make your color on your eyelid blend into your skin where the color stops, so it doesn't look like you just have a busted, you know, crease color just chilling on your eye. She's cute or whatever. Next, I'm gonna go back into this palette. Girl, I don't know if you've ever listened to me talk about makeup before, but if you have, you probably know that I always keep these little palette thingies. I just feel like it protects my mirror. I don't know if it actually does anything, but I just do it. I'm going to go in with this purple that's right above this like more lavender color, and we're gonna deepen up that crease, girl. So usually when I do this, I just kind of start on the outer corner and blend it about halfway in, just to kind of deepen the color up so it doesn't look like, you know, too intense. Cool. Okay, so now that we got that sort of situation going on, where you got the lighter purple and then the darker purple, I'm gonna take that darker purple and mix it in with a little bit of black and just kind of continue to intensify this outer portion a little bit lower than the other color so that it's not like too crazy, but just to kind of deepen it up. Know what I'm saying? Okay, so now I'm gonna go back in with that like first transition-y light lavendery shade that I had. Excuse me, what? And I'm gonna kind of blend the edges out so that they're not looking too crazy. So I'm gonna do a cut crease halo eye. I'm gonna go into the Jaclyn Hill palette, the original one. Look how dirty and busted this is. It's like literally disgusting. I use it like every single day. And I'm gonna take this purple shade and mix it a little bit with this blue. So we're gonna kind of get that purpley blue that I had in my picture from back in the day. And I'm still using the same brush, but I'm flipping over to the other side. This isn't dirty. It just stained from one of my other shadows that I used a long time ago. But I'm mixing that blue and that purple together to get sort of like an indigo sort of shade going on. And I'm gonna go on to the inner and outer corners of my eye. So going back and forth between inner and outer to kind of deepen up these colors here, but leaving the center kind of blank. Sometimes for me, just because of my eye shape, no matter what I do, it gets a little bit weird and kind of too much product gets on my center lid, but that's just because of the way that I blend and my eye shape just happens. So now comes the cut crease. I'm going to take a concealer that's a lot lighter than my skin tone. I'm using the ColourPop No Filter Concealer, and I'm using this little tiny brush right here. It's like super small and it's flat, you can kind of see. And I'm gonna use that to cut my crease. So if you've never done a cut crease before, or if you have problems doing a cut crease, or if you don't know what a cut crease is, basically cutting your crease is where you cut with concealer your lid to your brow bone area, or your upper eye lid, so that when I open my eye, it doesn't like transfer up here. So I'm gonna do a halo cut crease, so just like a center cut crease. It's like a spotlight, basically. So I'm gonna go right up here, make a little bit of like a V shape. And then the next thing I'm gonna do is take a clean brush and I'm gonna kind of fade in that concealer on either side. And then I'm gonna kind of tap the sides in so that it looks nice and blended. So now that I've got this kind of little cut crease sort of situation going on, I'm gonna take a Super Shock shadow from ColourPop. This is called Under the Sea. It's from their Disney designer collection. And it's a nice, pretty kind of teal shade, sort of similar to what I used in the inspiration look. And I'm going to kind of, you need to use your finger with these basically, because if you try to use a brush, it ain't gonna work. So I'm gonna take this and put it in the center. All right, so now that I've got this kind of harsh, sort of weird look going on here, I've got the color on, but it's not really what I want it to be. I'm gonna kind of blend the purpley shade into this teal. So I'm gonna take more of that color from the Jaclyn Hill palette that I used and blend into the center. And voila. You get a nicely blended little halo. Next, I'm gonna take another Super Shock shadow from ColourPop. ColourPop is my favorite brand. I love their lipsticks and their shadows and everything from them. So hit me up, ColourPop. Love you, girl. I'm taking another Super Shock shadow from the Disney designer collection with ColourPop. This is the shade called Hi Ho. It's a really pretty, like iridescent pink and rainbow sort of glittery white. I'm gonna tap it like right in the center of this halo, just like kind of towards the lash line. Magic. See what I'm saying? It kind of just adds a little bit. It's nothing crazy. I'm just doing a tiny bit and I'm gonna kind of blend it into the sides. And that's it. My brow bone highlight, I'm going to go into this shade right here in Light from the Jaclyn Hill palette and put it just right here under the brow bone. I really like a strong frosted brow bone highlight. Not a lot of people do, but I love it. Some people think it's kind of 80s, but I say, let's bring it back. It looks really good. Okay, so this is where it gets fun. I'm gonna take my makeup wipe. These are the best makeup wipes I've ever used in my entire life. They are the Rice Daily Brightening Cleansing Tissues. They're from Skin Food. It's a Korean beauty brand. They sell it at Ulta. It's $12 for this, but you get 80 wipes. So if you think about like a Neutrogena wipe, you get about 25 in it and it's $6.99. So think about what a deal you're getting. And they're made with really good ingredients. They're just like the best wipes I've ever used in my life. Like they get literally like my glitter makeup off. They're so, so good. Anyway, what I do is I take it on a finger, I go right underneath and I start to clean up all my fallout. And then I take this on my one finger and I go from my outer corner up straight. And I kind of just create like a sharp edge. And that is how I create my little wing. Everybody always asks me how I get it so sharp and I'm like, that's how. I'm gonna take some black liquid liner and just kind of line my lash line. I was gonna do a wing, but I think I didn't do a wing back then, and I really didn't wear winged eyeliner very often when I was in high school, so I'm gonna just kind of keep it true to how I used to do it and just do a black line. I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my face. So my foundation, highlight, brows, all of that. And then I'm gonna do the other eye and I'll come back and we'll finish the rest of everything. Okay, so this is what we're working with. I did the rest of my face. I used my Bare Minerals Original Foundation. I love it, it's amazing. It's a powder. I know, I'm shook too. But it's awesome. I used my Park Avenue Princess bronzer from Tarte to contour, and I used this Happy Booster Glow and Mood Boosting Blush. We all need that. If you know me, you know I need a mood boost usually. I set my face with my Hourglass Incandescent Strobe Light. I think this is technically a highlighter, but I put it like everywhere. I don't know if you can tell, but like I don't have any highlight on right now. This is all just that powder. It's super pretty, but it looks really pretty over all foundations. I use it over. Heck yeah. Yeah, Bare Minerals foundation. Usually any foundation I wear, but I've really been into that Bare Minerals foundation lately. It looks so pretty. I cannot believe this is a powder foundation because it's just looking snatched. I used my MAC Eyebrows Styler, whatever, in Spiked. It's basically a brow wiz kind of situation. I really like this color though. I think it's really good for my brows. And that's pretty much all I've done so far. I have no highlight on yet because I'm gonna do that on camera, and we're gonna do lips and everything too. I'm gonna go back into the Take Me Back to Brazil palette that I was using from earlier, and I'm going to take the fluffy side of my Anastasia brush that I used, and I'm gonna take that lavendery sort of shade and go right under here. This still has a little bit of black on it, which is fine because I want that darkness. And then I'm gonna take that bluish, purpley combination from the Jaclyn Hill palette that I used on the inner and outer corners of my eye, and I'm gonna take that and go from the inner corner out. And I'm really gonna smoke this out pretty far, because if you can tell in the picture of me in high school, I obviously didn't know what blending was. So I kind of just like put a line of whatever color under my eyes, but I'm gonna take this purple and kind of smoke it out so that it doesn't look so harsh, because I don't want that like harsh line like I had before, because that doesn't look very good. Okay, so now I've got a nice, like really fluffy under eye. I'm gonna go back into my ColourPop Super Shock Shadow, the Under the Sea one, the teal, and I'm going to take a little on my finger and just kind of press it in the center. Just to kind of mimic the top to the bottom. I don't know if you can really tell. Yeah, you can kind of see it. Now the eye look is pretty much complete. I'm gonna do mascara and all that, obviously. I do want to do an inner corner highlight. I'm gonna take that in light shade from the Jaclyn Hill palette that I used for my brow bone, and I'm gonna take a little bit on my finger. And y'all know, if you know me, you know I am an inner corner highlight ass bitch. I love inner corner highlight. I don't care what day it is. If it's, you know, a Tuesday afternoon and I have on no makeup, girl, you best believe there's an inner corner highlight at least. So I'm gonna take that and kind of press it into my inner corner and put an excess amount because, you know, I'm extra. I'm also going to go back into Hi Ho, that Super Shock Shadow, and I'm gonna put that over this in the inner corner because I really want that like glitter to kind of stand out. If I was doing this on a normal day, I would wear lashes. I wear lashes every single day, but I'm gonna take my Monsieur Big mascara from Lancome. It's my favorite mascara. If you haven't tried it, you gotta get it because it's so amazing. I'm not even kidding you. I have never found a mascara that I like as much as this mascara. It looks so good. This is such a pretty like mermaid eye. I really did have some cute color combinations back in the day. I just didn't know how to execute it. Starburst and the marshmallow. I really like this one too, but I think I'm gonna go in with the Starburst one right now and maybe mix it. I'll mix Starburst and marshmallow together. Oh, bitch. Girl, I could blind people with this nose. Queen. Every time I say the word queen, I think of the Princess Diaries when the principal is like in her chair and she's on the phone and she's like, Gupta. She goes, the queen is coming to Grove High School. For the lips, I'm going to be using my favorite nude lipstick of all time ever. It is Viva Glam 2 from MAC. I got this when I was in high school. This is the same tube that I was probably wearing in that picture because I wore this literally every single day. And I remember people always, when I was in chorus, I would wear it like, you know, every day, and people in chorus would always be like, oh my God, what's that lipstick? The way that I wear it now is this lip combo right here. I have the Viva Glam 2, obviously, my MAC lip pencil in Spice, and then my Fenty Universal Gloss Bomb in Fenty Glow. I love this, and this is my favorite lip combo. So let's go ahead and put it on. Okay, for the last step of this look, I'm going to take my Lancome Fix It and Forget It setting spray. I love this stuff. This is my second bottle of it. I go through it really fast. And voila, the updated look of one of my lovely throwback high school looks that I did. I don't remember what year, but it was probably like 2011. Here's a little up close. I can't zoom in, but you can see that it is definitely colorful. I have always been bold and kind of out there. And it's transferred into my adult years. I love makeup, and I have grown so much as an artist and as a person, obviously, but my skill set has, you know, grown. But the love that I've always had for makeup and colors and glitter and sparkle, and obviously MAC Viva Glam 2 nude lips, I have always loved it, and I've just learned a lot more. And I feel like maybe hopefully this will be inspiring to some people that, you know, maybe you're not really very confident with makeup, but you love makeup, or you know, you feel like you are afraid to experiment with color or whatever. I'm a professional makeup artist, and I started out looking like a train wreck. But now I do this as my job. So there's always room to grow and room to learn. And this is such a fun makeup look. This is something I would probably wear on a random, you know, Monday. Obviously it is Monday, and it is a random Monday, but this is something I would just wear normally. This isn't different for me. This isn't new. This isn't exciting or special, but it is kind of special because it's a recreation of a look I did when I was young. So I love it. I hope that you love it, and I hope that you'll watch, you know, more videos. This is fun for me, and I hope that it was fun and enjoyable for you to watch, and maybe you learned something cool. So go ahead and you know, subscribe to my channel if you want to, and yeah, let me know what you think. If there's anything else you want to learn, let me know, and I'll try my best to show you how.